Really not.
Asking if you weren't trying to make it
so
racial.
you can say it,
No,
but I
that's
can't
the
say
thing.
it.
No, it's not. It's when it's said. You said that after she said white men want black women. How is that equivalent? How does it warrant for you to go, oh, but black women got 50% of black women got herpes?
I gotta be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The way you're talking, it's just like a woman because you're tone policing. Like men care about information, women care about how it's said. So when you're saying, oh, you're saying it this way or saying it that way, that's like a female thing. Because if you go into male locker rooms, no one's tone policing and saying you can't say this. You are, but you could pretend you're not. You know, it's fine.
No. So if you said, hey, black men
get a white guy. She's fit.
If I said white women like black men, and I say, oh, all white people are racist. Like, is that equivalent? Does that match?
No, because the facts, data, and statistics, and also real life experience don't match up with that. Right. Because white people actually give black people opportunities all the time. So there's no evidence.
Pearl, what does that have to do when she said that white women want white men?
You see how exhausting this is? Like, this is so exhausting. Black women have herpes. Well, is that warranted to say black women still have herpes? Well, but
I can tell the audience. So here's the thing. As a black man, I have to accept the harsh statistics. 55% to 60% to 65% of violent crime are perpetuated by black people, especially black men. Now, I've had conversations with Pearl about the crimes that white people do. I said, hey, Pearl, did you know that most white-collar crime is perpetuated by white people? Did you know that over 70% of the sex offender list is white men? You know what Pearl said? Doug and PA, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, when she gives me stats on black people, you know what? I just say, thank you, Pearl, for letting me know. I didn't know that. Look, the stats are what they are. You accept it and you move on. And if you're not one of those people, you keep moving. It feels right when a sentence starts with "as a black man." Yes, sorry about that. I apologize for that. I try not to say that, but I thought it was.
No, it's okay. I wasn't high at you. I'm just like thinking about how I really just should have kept repeating black women have herpes the whole time. Other than saying like they made it race. I should have just kept like, God, this is because it's trying to explain yourself to someone that's going in bad faith. Like every way he could have given me grace, he just is assuming I'm lying. And it's like, why would I want to talk to somebody that just assumes that?
Yeah.
And want black women. What does that have to do with sex?
It's very
and herpes.
Well, how else you have to
no, you just said that doesn't match. Does that match? Okay.
Are you gonna go? All right. So you do have to, in order to get marriage and kids, you do have to have sex. I don't know if you know that. So the herpes would be relevant because in order for the black men or the black women to get the white men, I don't know why I'm explaining this. You know, it's relevant.
No, I think sometimes.
He just wants to lecture. So unlikable, so unpleasant.
You're very informed about things you speak about, and that there's times you blatantly make things about race. You do that, and you say things that don't match up. But you are very informed. I can give you that.
I forgot I could mute him. I really should have muted him.
I will give you your plight. I will give you your respects. I will give support in the things that you say, and you can be a much. And he might step in. Anyway. You can be a much better content creator and bringing people together as well too. But for some reason, Pearl, you like doing that when it's convenient. And Andrew does the same thing too. Andrew's a very smart guy as well too. When he feels convenient, he'll do that. When he did the debate with Coach Greg Adams, he didn't really make it racist.
I'm like mentally tuning him out because this is what white people do. And I do think black people should understand this. I mean, when you guys like do this,
bro,
we just tune you out and never talk to you again.
You could be such a better content creator. What a joke.
Like that because he knows how to control himself. But a lot of times when he gets in spaces with people, you do it as well too. So, you will find a way to bring race into it just because.
I do respect. I do understand your opinion. I just don't respect that you know how to do this better than me. I'm just being honest here. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I just don't think you're qualified to give me advice on how to do this.
Tell me how. Why? Because you got more viewers than me?
Because of your results.
What's the results?
Damn.
I just started. I'm like been on this for 2-3 years. I haven't even went consistent every single day. So how can you? Why would you do this better than me? You
pause it. I guess he was like a wannabe rapper back in the day. So he's been posting stuff on his YouTube for like over 10 years. But maybe he just started getting into this space.
Like I went on Pierce Morgan. If Pierce Morgan, I gave him advice and he said, you're not qualified, I would just say, you know what? You're probably right. Because Pierce Morgan is the big leagues. It's just, this is like the absurdity. My God, help us.
how many people you have watching right now?
Okay.
So, how many people you have watching right now live?
Okay. So again, we could go back and forth as a view off or whatever.
You got that in.
You can do as you wish.
You did that, Pearl, not me. I'm trying to.
Okay, this is a crash.
Okay. Who asked who to be on whose panel?
Well, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. The crash out. Yeah, I love. This is why I love it here. I should have did that like 10 minutes before. I'm gonna mute people more. So
I wouldn't say crashing out. I wouldn't say
he was crashing out.
I'm just gonna put this here. I think this is really demonstrating why white people at times do not give opportunities to black people, because you guys just make it a lot more difficult to work with you. And that's me being really honest. That's me. And I would say this is just increasing the difficulty. And then I would just say, you know what? We just won't do it again. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah.
We're supposed to be Americans.
Where you can keep doing your stuff.
When a white American has to work with a black American and he asking them to be honest and righteous, it becomes a problem. When we're asking you to just treat people respectfully, then that becomes a problem. It sounds like a white
with jazz all day.
Sounds like a white man.
I was actually very respectful. I did not call anybody a coon on the panel. Somebody else did that, and you did allow them. But you're right. Maybe I was the problem for mentioning half of black women have herpes, even though it's true.
You deal with jazz all day.
I don't know.
Coming at Pearl crazy. This is insanity, bro.
And again, this is me. I'm really trying to be nice about this, but yeah, I think that's it. We just won't do it again, and it's okay. So
okay.
He begged me this morning to come back on. And I'm not going to read the messages, because I don't do that. But he can screen record them all and put them out if he wants. I don't think it really matters that much. But he's, I give permission. As long as you don't crop shit or unsend anything. But he messages me today and he says, like, these are the bullet points that I made summarizing his message to me. He criticized me for deciding to leave because his co-host started insulting me. He felt entitled to more shows. So he said, why aren't you doing more shows? He wanted to do it again. He insinuated that his platform really helps me and that I should be, grateful to him. I don't know how to put this nicely, but I don't really need you. I really do. I've been doing this for years. I've done pretty well. So he tried to move on without an apology. He pitched another show. He gaslit and said that he wouldn't control you at all on your show. Even though he just, as you saw, nagged me and did in fact try to control me on my